Hi guys, my name is A.A.C.A.A.N. I feel like it's been so long since we just chatted. I've been bombarding you with promotional material regarding my new site, ekaterinamagic.com. Thank you for all of those that have purchased. I've been your customer support. I've been shipping your packages. I personally look at all the orders come in and I'm upgrading your shipping. And then I've been just thinking to myself, if I'm already upgrading a lot of your shipping, I'm just going to offer you free shipping. So you can get free shipping by putting promo code FREESHIP at checkout. So if you're not going for an item that's physically being shipped out, you can always get 10% off because you're my subscriber here on YouTube or you've joined my newsletter. So that's ECAT10 at checkout. I still have one promotional video to post, and that's the sponsored official trailer. I've released an unofficial trailer, but an official trailer is coming up. And I don't know what I'm going to do review-wise yet because it's quite biased if I review my own effect. But I have sent out review copies, and I will integrate those somehow. There's also product review form available under the product page now. So if you have purchased layers or the 52 card gimmicks or sponsored, you can leave your honest review, and I'm happy to read those as well when they come in. Whew. So that being said, this week, today, we are reviewing two items that, well, one of them that I've had purchased a while ago and one that I've been requested to review by Area52, and it's called Mint by Area52. It's an effect created by Promenades. And if you recall correctly, if you've been a follower of this channel, you know that I've reviewed Numero by Area52, which is an A.A.C.A.A.N routine, any card at any number routine, and I've given it an excellent review, and I still use it till this day in my repertoire when someone hands me a deck of cards, or if I just have a very mixed deck of cards on me. That is my go-to A.A.C.A.A.N version. However, my professional version, when I'm set up and I do have a deck of cards set up in my stack, which is mnemonica, I perform the A.A.C.A.A.N by A.A.C.A.A.N. So I wanted to make that differentiation. And the reason why I'm comparing now Mint to A.A.C.A.A.N.'s routine is because it uses the box shift move, okay? And there's a few people credited for that, and Promenades does a great job crediting. Obviously, A.A.C.A.A.N does a great job crediting, but here on the Mint project, it's introduced to you within the form of an invisible deck.
Just go ahead and say absolutely any card in the deck.
I think I'll go with the 5 of hearts.
The 5 of hearts?
Yeah.
Crazy. You could have said absolutely any card in the deck.
Yep.
You just so happen to choose the 5 of hearts.
Yeah.
And take the deck out. Does the deck is empty?
Yeah. Completely.
Out of all the 52 cards, there's just one card in the deck. One for you can take the card. You can check the deck and you can check the deck box too.
Let's jump into the side-by-side review. A.A.C.A.A.N's A.A.C.A.A.N project retails for $20. It's a download in two parts. First part covering the box shift and the second part covering the math required to get to the A.A.C.A.A.N. It's based on Mnemonica's stack. If you don't know the stack, he goes through it in the credits, which is actually really funny. He credits each and every single card. It's very easy to get to the Mnemonica stack here now online nowadays and on YouTube. If you don't own the Mnemonica by One Time Maurice, I strongly recommend you still get your hands on Mnemonica by One Time Maurice. It's one of my favorite projects. But if you don't have it, you can still get to the stack without knowing any other effect pertaining to the stack. But this is Magician's favorite stack. So what's really fun, once you do know that stack, that specific stack, and you have another magician friends that knows it, you can do miracles at two, Penn and Teller style, using the fact that he knows, you know. Anyway, Mnemonica stack is my go-to stack as well. With that said, it's available on Art of Magic. And I have seen A.A.C.A.A.N's lecture in Montreal when he came, I believe, a couple of years ago. And he taught that A.A.C.A.A.N as well. And I still got the download because I wanted to know all the subtleties. And whenever someone lectures, it's really, really fast. So I really prefer to get their items afterwards and really go deeper in the training, especially since the math part was the most complicated one for me. So that's A.A.C.A.A.N's A.A.C.A.A.N version. It's one that now I have been performing professionally. It's difficult, it's not for beginner magicians, but I absolutely love it. And that is a go-to A.A.C.A.A.N when I'm prepared and I have the deck with me. So as I mentioned, when I'm not prepared, I like Numero by Area52. So Mint by Area52 is not meant as an A.A.C.A.A.N, it's meant as an invisible deck effect. But it goes through the phase of the box shift, which makes it very similar to A.A.C.A.A.N's teaching, and that is why I'm comparing it to that version. Because if you were to learn one trick, which one would you choose? Are they complementary or are they really versus one another? And this is what I hope to shine light on. If I go now into Mint, it's about 19 minutes video. You can purchase it through Penguin Magic, and he goes first explaining the shift as well, the box shift. He gives good crediting, but then again, I personally felt like it was a knockoff version of A.A.C.A.A.N's teaching. And the reasons I felt this way, a few folds, and I'll show you some close-ups of that. First, A.A.C.A.A.N goes in really great detail of how to prep the box in order for you to be able to riffle down with your thumb and get a proper peek. There are no preparations for the box in Mint. And you will see, and I'll show you, there is no way to properly see the peak without preparing the box. And therefore, A.A.C.A.A.N's teaching is far more superior on the box shift. In addition, for the Mint project, it claims that the cards are fully examinable. Yet, if you do not start with a mnemonic stack, the cards will not be so much examinable because a clear stack pattern will be noticeable. He goes into teaching one stack where you simply put reds together and blacks together and put them in order, or going from a new deck order. With both of these orders, they are visible. You don't do enough stacks, or you don't break into shuffles, or even like you don't even have time to shuffle enough to cover the stack. So unless you're starting from a mnemonic stack, after you finish the invisible deck, the cards are not examinable. Overall, I didn't feel like it was a strong version for an invisible deck because of that factor. If you're selling me, it's an easy box shift, it's an easy thing because the stack, nothing to memorize, no math to do, you just get to the card really quickly, I would say okay, but then it's not examinable. So either way, I feel you have to invest in learning mnemonic stack if you want it to be more clean. I also like just a version of, using mnemonica, and you just see a card like, now I saw the 6 of hearts, and let's say you go through the shift, and then let's say a person named the 6 of hearts, and you simply say, okay, how long it will take for me to find the 6 of hearts, and you just bring it from the bottom to the top with this move. If you know the clip shift, it's a variation of that, what I simply do. Super easy, so it's based on the clip shift, and I'm just quickly showing you what I do here. But that is something I would do, and now I completely destroyed my stack. But that is something I would do, but going into the handling of the invisible deck, although the sleight of hand in it is not very difficult, I would still not do that. All right, back into my stack. So to find a card quickly, okay, but that you could still get from just learning the box shift from A.A.C.A.A.N's material, and then you can get to a card really quickly. Now, to get to the card really quickly and to put it in the right position, you need to do some serious math. And that's the second part of teaching of the A.A.C.A.A.N routine. And when he was lecturing, I could not grasp all the math variations that you need to do, but there's essentially like 3 different math, depending on whether the card is smaller than the number they named or bigger. And at first I even got a calculator on my Apple Watch. I'm like, I'm just gonna go far and just do some calculations. But you don't have to use a calculator. You really need to train yourself and practice. I like to use a random card and random number generator online, because you don't always have a spectator to harass each time and tell you, okay, name me a card, name me a number. And you just have to go through testing different cards at different positions of the deck to get better at it and to build confidence in order to be able to perform this effect. One thing that I have to say is that the tips he gives to simplify the math are great, and they help the person like me that is really struggling with mental math calculations. So the tips that he gave me there were super good. So even if you suck at math like me, you could perform this effect, but it does require that you're a seasoned, I guess, magician, because you have to think about what you say, and at the same time you do some math, and you can perform it on stage or close up. It's really cool. Final verdict, because I've been talking for a long time and I hope this wasn't a confusing review. Final verdict, if you're going to invest between these 2 items, go for A.A.C.A.A.N's A.A.C.A.A.N routine. But if you're a complete beginner, I would say there's so many tricks you can get before you get to that level. But when you get to the level where you're comfortable to do an A.A.C.A.A.N with math, with mnemonica, then get this project. I would say it was difficult to give, I suppose, a negative review to Area52, because I love Numero by Area52. And like I said, it's one of the A.A.C.A.A.N versions that I still use to this day, and I love it. But Mint by Area52 is not something I can recommend today. I think that if you get it and you're a beginner, you can still learn, again, the knockoff version of the box shift. It will be usable, I suppose. But get to the proper teaching with A.A.C.A.A.N, you will get a lot more from there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.